I sat down with my accountant. He said I got 50 years.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now Haskins on first down. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on second down. Haskins eluding the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Here's Haskins to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
32.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
No gain on the play.
Free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
4-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. Now a throw here, hauled in, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down.
33-yard line.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Logan. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Lions, first down.
Haskins will throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Check 43.
Second down and goal. Haskins. And it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's into the clear. He's at the 50. The 30. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this down only to the 18. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
McMillan on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up
2nd and 9 now.
At the 18-yard line.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe when he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Well, enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man. They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hunter Bryant His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions add on to their lead. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Lions 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting negative.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And it's 21-3.
Makes the score Lions 21. Vikings.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. A chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They go play action with Haskins. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort, so maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Minnesota. 48 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
Here we go on 2nd and 12.
21-yard line.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they were...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
For the point after.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit.
Makes the score.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And the lead is down to 28-10. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. And this is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Logan. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Haskins on 3rd down. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked off at the 23. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
22-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
They'll try and throw for it here. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it all...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Lions 28, Vikings 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution?
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Haskins got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Brendan, is there any way you and I can join this quarterback in the zone he's in? He's absolutely feeling it. Touchdown after touchdown, throwing the ball.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is up to 18 now. This will make it into the end zone.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions add on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a man open down the middle of the field. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
That is 3 plays and out. It's 4th down.
Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. to try it here. He's back to throw. Open man is Sims. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Down, Minnesota.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Second and 11. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Now they try the right side here. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Vikings on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Here's Logan Cook now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the 4th quarter. They're still throwing the football here. Obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
It feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 58 yards. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 13-yard line.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd and goal, Haskins. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points.
35's the mic. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Dragon 60.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
His throw incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
On play action, Haskins. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his...
And my goodness, another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st and 10.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
35's the mic.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for Stevenson.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
And the 11.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And that will write a finish to this ball game.